Happy New Year. We're almost there. I took Christmas, well, didn't really take Christmas off. I'd done a couple of cards, but was a bit busy. Right, I got coffee, homemade today. I just thought, end of year. I do apologise, I got a chocolate croissant. No, it's not a croissant, it's a chocolate eclair. So, going to do some quick cards. See if they want to tell us what we can do to bring about the change we want for the new year. So, which cards do you want to read first? Do you want to read those ones afterwards? Okay. I will say new cards, Gothic Witch. No, not Christmas presents. Bought them myself. These are pretty lively. Might get a good reading out of those. So, firstly, I would like to get a little bit more action going on this, but I don't think we will. Just going to turn that round. Oh, what I didn't want to do, which is stick my finger in the oil. As usual, if you want to try it, you could try some candle magic. So write on the candle what you want for next year. Push it in with a bit of oil. Set fire to the candle. Leave it to burn, and we'll see what happens. As I say, it's kind of good to clear out the old, so we start anew. Okay, let's just see what these cards want to read for us. Going into the new year, what can we do to get off to a good start? Nope. Okay. Get these down as quickly as possible. Again, I'm going to take the moment to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed this year. Again, as before, I know this is mainly for the cats, so the cats will still be in videos, don't worry. If you are here for the cards, thank you very much. I will be continuing along this path and hopefully, possibly expanding on it. I do think this year has been one of, it's been a year of discovery is probably the best way to put it. So the best way that I would suggest to look at it is that some people had a good year, some people didn't. Some people found that life was kind of indicating that we needed to be on a different path. And therefore, the obstacles that have been put in place are ones that are meant to help us to grow and really discover our true potential. Just going to see if I can move that forward to talk because you can't see the flames. Still too high. Right, okay, I'm just going to see if any order on these. No. Do I read these first? Okay, I'll do that then. Let's see what we've got. So again, as I said, I think the thing is 2025 has been a year of discovery and realization. And where we have been blocked, it's been more to say that we need to stop, regroup, move forward. So, the first set of cards that we got are, let's see. Oh, hello. Bigger and better experiences are coming your way. You may not be able to see it, which was what I was saying, but great things are coming together for you as you read this. Trust the process and let it unfold in divine timing. Move forward knowing that all is working out just fine. I do like that it's got an artist's interpretation, which could be Saturn and the moon. Right, mind you, it's on all the cards, I've just realised. Okay, next card is, I know that you have been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do. This message is here to remind you that you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take that leap of faith. Here we go. This is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for the unexpected breakthroughs, good news and plot twists. Blessings are coming. Just because something's not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. Which is what I said before I pulled the cards. So, that's the first message that they've got. I'm going to see if we can quickly do another set of cards because that came together quite nicely. But again, as I said, it has been this thing about shedding. This has been the year of the snake. We're still in it. Okay, the Chinese New Year doesn't start for another month or so. So it's still a time where we're not quite where we need to be, but we still have the opportunity to just step back. I think also the cards are just saying, look, yeah, we know it doesn't look promising right now. It looks kind of, you know, a bit willy, to say the least. That was woolly, not anything else. You just need to get rid of the old ways of thinking. The old limits that have been put on us. Get rid of these old guys who are, you know... We need a different way of doing things, right? Okay, just clear that for a second. Make sure that's going to work perfectly. Okay, right. See how quickly this one can come out. Yes, no. Okay. So, planetary aspects for next year. I'm not going to go into detail. I'm still not at that point that I can sound as knowledgeable as others. Again, if you are interested in astrology, definitely check out Steve Judd, Penny Thornton. Let's just see. Okay. Steve's already put out his astrology for the next year for the different signs, which is all interesting. There are some strong planetary alignments that are going to come up next year that have quite frankly according to most, has never happened in human history. So it is a time where we will see big changes, and it is the time where we can make a decision as to exactly how we go forward into the next decades. So okay, 2, 3. Any order on these? First card. Outcome. Middle. Yeah, that'll do. Right, we got there. I'm not doing bad today. So again, as I was saying with the astrology, especially in April, we have, let me get this right, I'll say this, we have a large stellium of planets going into Aries. Now, why Aries? Sorry. Aries being the planet of, Aries, obviously the god of war. It is a time where it's going to stir things up. But at the same time, I think we need to look at it from the point of view of it's a time that's probably going to shift us to where we need to be. Right, let's see what these ones are. Okay, so these are the Gothic Witch. I didn't say what the other pack of cards was because messages from the Universe Oracle. Thank you. So, right. So, sealed fate, getting closure, letting go of the past, releasing burdens, buried secrets, time to rest, choosing your destiny. I'm loving that the cards are just picking up on what I've just said. Amplify intent, crown of mystic knowledge, conduit to unseen realms, protecting your energy, celestial connection. And then the other bit was caught between. So realistically, I think if I hadn't asked the pendulum, I would have put the caught between in the middle, because I think this is kind of where we are right now. So time is fleeting, messenger from the past, unfinished business, lessons to learn, confront your loss. And I think that's what we need to do is, again, just reevaluate. See what we can do to lessen the burden. Let's see if we can get them all in. You know, it's a time of big changes. There's a lot of, you know, unnecessary posturing going on at the moment. And realistically, I think the world's had enough of it. If we can move away from the view that money controls everything, if we can really just knock that on the head, it will change what we are capable of doing. Don't get me wrong, money is important right now. But is it a time where we start to change what our reliances are on? Is it a time where we start realising, well, hold on, in the past people were able to feed themselves because they grew their own food. Is it time that we start realising when we've got the opportunity, or a lot of us have, that we can actually do things like that? That we need to become self-sufficient, but also, I think we also need to appreciate that we are one planet. It can't always be about nations, it's got to be about the planet. And that sounds a bit deep for me, and it's not intentional, but the thing being is we are connected to Earth whether we want to like it or whether we take it on board or not. We're all energy. At the moment, money controls what energy we get for heating our houses, for cooking food. And there have been people who have shown that we can connect the energy of the earth, we can generate our own energy and our own electrics, and we don't need to pay for it. But the reason that technology is hidden is because governments don't want you to be self-sufficient. It's about looking at what controls you and how you can take back some of that control. Do you give too much time and effort to your job? Are you too reliant on wanting to have friends to look at who you really are? Can we all take a step back and cut down on unnecessary activities, shall we say? It's not about not enjoying yourself, but it's a way of doing it that has a more positive outcome. Anyway, I'm going to finish my chocolate eclair now that I realise what it is. I will be drinking my rather large cup of coffee again. And I wish everyone a happy new year, and there'll be more cards to come next year. Stay positive. Don't be afraid to take a leap and a change. I certainly have done that this year, because there's been things put in my way that meant that where I was not going to be right, no matter how many times I tried. So I'm starting completely fresh, going to try something a little bit different, see where we go. And one thing I'm not doing is panicking. Happy New Year. See you on the other side of 2026.